Finally got the audio issues handled. I appreciate everybody who's been patient. Me and Christine are back in effect. We're going to talk about it all today. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, Netflix is taking over. They're trying to take every big fight going. What is DAZN going to do? What is anybody going to do? But Netflix is trying to get every major fight this year. They already got the Katie Taylor fight. We're going to get into that. Bud Crawford has a message for Canelo. We're going to go over that again. There's just too much to go on. AB, the cases that he has, we're going to talk about that right after this. And, of course, I didn't program that part, so right after... Oh, I didn't program it. Hold on a second. Oh, wait. Here it is. And I put the wrong one. It's always got to be one mistake I leave off, right?
Hey, and you know what? It makes it fun and exciting.
It's just like if I forgot my intro. I forgot to put the intro in. And Christine, I'm not gonna lie. Like everything that I've been going through recently, right? With setting all this stuff up, and I forget probably the simplest thing. But I don't think we're gonna get audio issues today. I don't think people are gonna complain about it. So, and guys, I've been literally, and I thank you, Queen. I thank you for your patience because I was losing my patience.
Thank you.
It was going crazy. Hey, look at me, beauty queen. See, man's old. He's not talking about me. He's talking about you. Definitely not me. But
I don't know.
Yo, you know how happy I am that we're able to now go on, and even if something were to go wrong, I know how to fix it, Christine. I'm here.
No, you're a genius. Who would have thunk?
Oh my God! But you got to tell my wife that. Text my wife that I'm a genius because
absolutely, I'm going to.
She doesn't think I'm a genius.
She knows.
No, she don't. I don't know about that. But yo, Christine, like, there's so many subjects. And guys, again, I know we messed up Monday's show, so I'm gonna play some of Monday's show. Well, we're gonna redo some of the commentary from Monday's show today. But we're gonna start off, and I didn't even program the AB thing. I forgot to put that up there. Oh no, I do got it. Paulie Malignaggi recently comes out and does a blog where he's breaking down the charges, Christine, the charges of AB. And, now that you can see it now, this is going to be great. We're going to play it. Let me know what you think right after this. Check this out, guys.
The game involved is a professional boxer identified only as AB. That'll fool them. AB's associates and several prominent NBA players. According to CW1, AB and his associates fixed the game. Jeez, fixed the game. Cheating the NBA players out of millions of dollars using teased dice. Dude, this is crazy. That game, Henley directed associates to rough up AB, who had not checked in with Henley, and to get the money back from him on behalf of the cheated NBA players. Multiple members of the Rolling 60s allegedly arrived and were used to press AB. AB cheated a current NBA All-Star out of $1.5 million.
Who?
How does AB always look like he's got no money? I don't understand. I don't understand. Fighting with huge purses, beating people out of $1.5 million. I mean, come on, this is nuts. 1.5 and a former NBA All-Star out of $5 million. Damn, bro. Where do you get these dice, bro? We gotta start doing dice games.
We're on the boardwalk in Venice.
Damn. Oof. Henley also talked about charging the players $100,000 to get their money back. I've had enough. This just gets worse and worse. I've had enough.
No small on AB. Hopefully he gets out of it.
Listen, free AB, bro.
So you got to see it, right? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the first thoughts that cross your mind when you hear? And I know people are laughing about the situation, but what's the first thoughts you think about when you think about AB and this situation?
I mean, I'm not shocked. I wish I could say that I was, but what do we expect? Is he going to go now that his career is over and apply at Walmart? I mean, he's got to do something. I'm not shocked. I like Paulie. I like everything that he brings to the table whenever he talks about the things that are going on with boxers. He has a little humor. Now that he's like AB, who would have thought? Nobody
No,
would have thought it was him.
it's kind of crazy because, and I'm just just going, like it's nothing that's surprising. It's I feel like
No.
from the inception of me meeting this guy, right? And I remember when he was Ash. What up, Ash? I met him at an event. This is about 2016. He was just he was an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. He was an asshole, and he was very about himself and very arrogant. And just if you follow his career, keep going through destroying relationships after relationship after relationship, right? So you're watching this as he's going, AB, and I say he should get a CDO. That's hilarious. And from the last fight we saw him, it looked like they shot it with a camera phone. He looked out of shape. There was a recent video of him dancing. People are mocking him. Like he went from the top of the mountain trying to become his idol, Floyd Mayweather, to the exact opposite, and even going to court saying he borrows money from his friends all the time. But now this. Now the crazy thing, I was bringing this up the other day. They bring up the Rolling 60s, right? So I don't know if you know this, but Big U is the leader of the Rolling 60s, right?
I do not.
Okay, so Big U, he runs the Rolling 60s group. So I believe, and he just got indicted for a RICO charge, or they're trying to bring him in now. Through all the investigations that this came up, this is how he ends up getting busted. But to me, it's just like, bro, like that. I mean, how are you going to defeat this now? When you got the feds on you, it's a lot of money. You're gonna really find out who your friends are at this point.
Yeah, and it seems like he's screwing all his friends over. I mean, I have a question. Who trusted him? He keeps winning at dice and people keep throwing money at him. Did they not see when he was flushing money down the toilet? Because he had so much money, about billions, allegedly.
Listen, I learned the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. And when somebody says they have so much, and they always, and to be honest, let's look at real life. When we walk around and you see somebody, I got these new Gucci shoes, and they're taking the train, that's the mentality that he gives me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I think his own persona, what he wanted to become, has actually destroyed him. And,
absolutely.
After the Maidana fight, the invincibility left the window. Losing, his attitude towards fighters. And when they don't need you, they're just gonna look at you like, hey man, like you're kind of an asshole. We're not gonna put up with your stuff. And
he's a major asshole, and he doesn't have a shred of integrity.
Yeah.
I've had my situations with him too.
Oh yeah, man. I feel bad because it's like to make a certain amount of money, right, or to have a career where you're out there, and then to be where you're at now, mentally, that's got to be crazy. And I feel like, and I said this before, when he fought Maidana, I felt like he should have got mental help. And people were telling me I was crazy, and I was like, bro, his next fights, he wasn't even letting his hands go. He was, he wasn't the same AB. And I feel like everything has kind of added to what we're seeing today in AB, and it's
absolutely
sad.
Your mentality is shot when you resort to crime.
Yeah.
Absolutely gone.
No, but this is the worst thing, Christine. It's not only crime, right? It's the fact that you are taking advantage of the relationships that you've developed through your fame. So these guys think, oh, he's my man. He's not going to do that. Hey, let's roll dice. And then I watched the interview with him. He was doing an interview, right? And he's talking about taking $1.5 million from John Wall, of all people. And he's like, yeah, it's dicey. It's a friendly game. And then this is what happens. If you're John Wall, right? And you know what they say? It's not the first time you did it. It's the first time you got caught. So we don't even know how many NBA players are now going to be sitting there. And now you're going to be facing the court. Who's going to turn around and be like, yo, I played dice with him and I lost. And now nobody's going to want to help him. And he can't get a fight to pay his bills. What is he going to do at this point? And This might be one of
I
the
don't know if there's anything he can do. There's
yeah
going to be victim after victim after victim, like P Diddy,
yeah
but
no
in dice.
no, but at least Puff had money to he's drilling millions, draining millions down the drain. But I don't think he has the relationships anymore because so many people have been taken advantage of. And
But
court,
do you really feel bad? I mean, do you really feel bad?
I don't feel. See, I don't particularly like Adrian Broner as a person, right? So I don't want to say I feel, but I don't wish nothing bad against him.
No, no,
I'm not
absolutely
surprised. Is probably where I should go with that. You know what I mean?
Okay, because you're not going to lose sleep over it.
No, absolutely not. And you know, I don't want to laugh at the individual or good for you,
No, we're not laughing for sure.
but it should teach other boxers and other people up there to kind of be like, hey man, like this, he may have the worst downfall in boxing history, especially to where he was viewed or where he was portraying himself. And to be where he's at now is kind of wild, man. I'm not even going to lie.
And not just boxers. I'm hoping like young people everywhere see that crime does not pay. It doesn't. You're
No,
going to get
yeah.
caught.
No, and arrogance. When you're out there and you're very arrogant and you're disrespecting people, you never know when you're gonna need that relationship. And I think AB has
No,
put
don't burn
himself.
those bridges.
Yeah, like right now, can he call Floyd and say, hey, can you get me a fight? I mean, Floyd, he seems like a good guy. He may help him with some things, but he doesn't have to. So it's one of those situations where, if I feel like the bottom is falling out with him. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's getting worse. The mailman says self-destruction gets no sympathy. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. And I'm definitely going to keep an eye to this story, Christine, because it is nuts. Like, they said over $6 million.
You know who gets sympathy from me?
Yeah.
And I'm not a big UFC person. But what is it, Kane? What is the UFC fighter that just has to serve 5 years for attempted murder?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Against the guy that was molesting his child,
What?
allegedly.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. He just went to jail. Okay, he gets my sympathy.
No, absolutely. You could emphasize. You can relate to that. You have how many kids you got? I don't want to put it out there. I have 4
absolutely.
kids.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. Nobody on this in the world would believe that. Just to let you know, that's crazy. But it's. I mean,
Yeah,
that
that's
situation is one thing, but I don't think anybody is gonna feel bad for him, and that's just being honest. Shout out to the chat. The chat's going crazy today. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on this situation. I'm not surprised. I feel like there's gonna be like a movie. There's gonna be a movie where they're gonna just, depict who he is, and it's not gonna look good. But I will say this: if I was him, I would just open a podcast. He's funny. He got relationships, but again, those relationships may have diminished because of the scamming that he's done. They might, black balls are serious in the industry.
Absolutely. And you said do a podcast or something. His whole career has showed us
Yeah.
by what he has done that he is not good about buckling down, having self-discipline and putting the work in.
Yeah.
So if he had a podcast, would he even buckle down and continue it? It's so much easier to go to the street corner, roll some dice, and take somebody's money.
Nobody's rolling. I don't think he'll be allowed at the casino after this. Like nobody. Listen, he's gonna have to.
Right.
He's gonna have to do a complete 180. He's gonna have to. And again, it's what he cherishes in life, and I think. He's gonna have to really understand, what do I really love in life? And again, at one point, all it seemed like he loved was the light and the money and all of this, and he claims he's a real street N-word. You know what I mean? So to me, it's a sad story. It's a very sad story.
Yeah.
God, look at this. Goddamn said MMA, he's a scumbag, and honestly, he should have done the pod after the Maidana fight. I mean, this is what people think about him. I'm gonna be honest.
No, That's sad but true.
Yeah, and it's really bad, man. And listen, I hope he turns it around and becomes a better person from this. Listen, I've been through adversity. People have been through adversity. You have to learn from it and
Same.
become a better person. So, I wish him the best. He's not my enemy. I am not a particular fan of him, but AB, man,
Right.
get your ducks in a row, man, and do something. But moving forward, Netflix. Listen, Christine, look at this. Netflix wants the Crawford-Canelo fight, Fury-Joshua to follow Taylor Serrano. After announcing the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano trilogy bout July 11th, Netflix are now reportedly pushing to land broadcast rights for Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, and a potential Tyson Fury-Anthony Joshua showdown. Listen, Christine, TV rights are what makes the NFL float today. They have
Yeah.
$1 billion deals to have the rights to basically to broadcast on their networks. Netflix is literally doing the same thing, and they are a powerhouse. We just seen Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Was it like 70 million viewers? In this day and age, people got
The internet broke.
100%. No,
Netflix broke.
yeah, and I don't think people realize. So when I had my business, I had an entertainment business. I learned that liquid cash and digital cash is completely different. What I mean by that is people pay for the digital imprint. That 70 million viewership is worth so much, and Netflix identifies it and they understand that. And now it looks like they're putting everybody out. And if you look at everything that's transpired,
Isn't that residual?
what do you mean?
Like every time they're going to show it or you order it to see it again, that's residual. That's just money again, right?
Yeah, but not only that, like they don't even have to charge pay-per-view because the advertisers, Google, everybody, because they want all eyes on that.
yeah.
So it's more so about the eyeballs than the actual purchases, and that's what people don't realize about pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is based on buys. When you do
Right,
digital
yeah.
streaming and stuff like that, like let's say, what's the music streaming platforms? Like Apple Music. It's all about tuning into that and selling commercial space. It's like real estate. And
Well, the thing is this, I'm not surprised about this. Dana White, TKO, Turkey Al Sheik,
Yeah.
Dana already has his hand there with his wrestling. Doesn't Netflix have wrestling on every Wednesday or something like
they have
that?
Monday night. They have WWE period. They have Monday Night
Monday.
Raw, SmackDown. I think they have
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is no surprise to me, and it's a smart move.
And listen, Netflix is literally, they went from a platform that just had a library to live TV now. They've really hitched their wagons to a lot of big people with the WWE. And it's crazy. Vince McMahon's not there. TKO owns them. Now they're with Netflix. UFC. Now with the Canelo Crawford fight. I don't think people actually understand how big this is. They got they said they're trying to get the Katie Taylor. I'm not sure if that. I think it is on Netflix. They're trying to get Joshua and Fury, which is an international fight. We're talking about Europe is going to go crazy. I mean, the game is about to change.
So are we sure that Joshua is gonna fight anyone besides Jake Paul? Jake Paul's been calling him out. He's going to make a big announcement on his next opponent. These are all business people.
I think,
know.
listen, I think Joshua's earned the right. To be honest, he's been out there doing his thing. He's fought champions. He's taken big losses. He's fought the best of the best. I don't think Jake Paul has the balls to fight Anthony Joshua. I think he's a genius. I don't think his team believes. And I'm not talking about a handicap fight or you have to be here. Like if a full heavyweight fight, there's no chance in hell that he beats Anthony Joshua.
And do you have to beat him?
What do you mean?
Do you have to beat him? It's going to make money regardless. And it's going to put new eyes. All of Jake Paul's followers. And if the money makes sense,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't mind getting knocked out.
Listen, Floyd Mayweather said more people, actually, this is Howard Stern said this, the more people that hated him tuned into his show. He said the numbers for people that hated him were higher than the people that loved him in the viewership. There's a
Believe it.
lot of people that want to see Jake Paul on his back. That's why they're going to tune in because,
sure.
bro, there's no way he's beating Anthony Joshua. There isn't.
And then there's non-boxing people,
Yep.
you know, YouTubers that are like, oh yeah, Jake, he can beat him. He's our guy.
And listen, Netflix is putting out money. They're paying a lot of money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we're looking at probably Joshua seeing over 100-something million for that fight. This is going to be a global show. Like, and listen, Jake Paul, love him or hate him, the guy is brilliant. The guy understands.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, he understands the game. He understands
And he
business.
just signed 4 new women today to
Oh, yeah?
MVP.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yes.
I think you should be a fan of him too. I mean, he's really pushing the women.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
No, I'm yeah,
I
me
think
too.
he's done amazing things.
Yeah, I feel like
And we're talking about the money and everything because that is the climate that we're in right now.
Yeah.
There's some comments, you know, I'm sick of Taylor Serrano.
How?
If Taylor wins, is there gonna quad trilogy, however you pronounce that?
four.
The thing is this, it's making money. People are watching.
And
It's not gonna stop until we stop.
no, but again, even with Amanda, you got to think about it too. It's the sympathy for her losing both fights. A lot of people feel like she won at least one of those fights, or 2 of them, or even both. And this is kind of the culmination of her possibly getting the actual victory. I don't think there will be a 4th fight. I think it ends at 3. But I think I think people are going to tune in because first of all, it's a great fight, both of them. But secondly, the story behind it, Serrano finally getting the win or not, it's going to be something that people want to see. And again, Netflix is based on what? It's TV drama, all that stuff. What better drama can you get than vindication from Amanda finally getting that and possibly being the greatest female boxer of all time? I mean, it's...
Yeah, and like you said, it's either sympathy for Amanda or it's people like me that know Katie Taylor won twice and we're going to show you one more time.
You know... you think Katie won both times, Christine?
Yeah, I don't think I know.
Oh my God! Because maybe it's the Puerto Rican blood in me that I just was like, I think Amanda won at least one of those. I mean,
I get it.
I mean, listen, I'm excited for I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited for the 3rd fight. I don't want to see BS fights. Both of those girls lay it on the line. Better than the men do. They go all out, cuts, whatever. They're not taking a knee. They're not going to the corner, getting
Not
stuff
at
wiped
all.
out their eyes. They're literally taking it. And
Yeah, Amanda, she's probably like, she didn't say it publicly because then she put up her hair product up there in defense of Tank. But it's like, baby, Grease, I had blood. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, just pushing the sport forward. I think it's a great fight. I think Amanda maybe fights one more time, then retires. But I'll tell you this: I think in regards to women getting a better opportunity, it's already happening, and I think that's something
Absolutely.
that
I'm excited.
Amanda's added to. And listen, Jake Paul, TKO, they it seems like they're really making a push, and I wouldn't be surprised to see an all-female card. You know, they signed Alicia Bumgarner, who's not in your top 10. We're going to talk about that on Friday.
There has been an all-female card, and we will talk about that and the people he signed, you know, with Clarissa Shields, that card. But, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, Friday, Christine is going to have, she doesn't want to do it in order, but she's going to be dropping a top 10 pound for pound list. She doesn't believe in pound for pound or whatnot.
I don't. He made me do it.
I did. Listen, Christine, you're the most knowledgeable boxing female I've ever spoken to. And I just feel like you're the only person that could do this justice. I don't want to see a man doing it. Who else knows more women in boxing than you? Nobody. I don't think anybody does.
I mean, yes. The reason why I don't like doing pound for pound lists is because it's very subjective.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna give you 10 on Friday.
I'm going to put them in the order I believe that she's going to do. I got you.
Okay, but that's gonna be your order.
Christine, come on. I can't take all the bullets here. What's wrong with you? That's crazy.
I'm gonna take some bullets too, because there's some people that have been left off that list.
Yeah, no, there's one specific name
I know.
that I was befuddled. I texted you back. I said, Christine, How dare you? And he was like, she's just not on my. When guys tune in Friday
We'll
at
talk
10 a.m.
about
We're gonna
it.
talk about it. But let's get into some of the promo. Tomorrow we're gonna have Steven Nelson, right? Thursday afternoon, and you already seen what that happens.
Yes.
I'm giving you guys some promo. Make sure you guys tune in. But that
Yes.
show's gonna be, I think, at like 3, right? Is it 3 my time or 3 your
I
time?
believe so. I'm gonna have to check the notes.
Yeah, so Steven Nelson is coming on tomorrow. You know, he had the heated back and forth for Berlanga. And I'm supposed to have Kermit Citron on tomorrow. I know you're a historian, retired fighter, but I don't know if Christine will be available for that
I like
one.
him.
Yeah, he's supposed to come on tomorrow at 10. But that's leading we're making up the missed shows from Monday, all right, guys? So
Yes.
don't kill us. But let's move forward. I got to talk about this because I really love this guy. I love Errol Spence, right? And there's a rumor going around. Well, Oscar De La Hoya put this out that he wants to stage Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Errol Spence at Cowboy Stadium, the worst stadium, Eli's Stadium, the one that he owns. They want to do the
Did you
fight
say
in
the
Texas.
worst?
Yeah, I actually love the stadium. It's a
What?
beautiful stadium, but I call it Eli Stadium because he's the first person to win
Okay.
there. But anyways, I don't know. Listen, first of all, I think Vergil Ortiz is the best 154-pound fighter in that division. That's what I believe, okay? I think he's that guy. Now,
He is that guy.
Errol Spence has not fought at 154 pounds yet. His last fight we saw was almost 3 years ago versus Bud Crawford, where seemingly he got the break speed. I mean, he got the break speed off him, and
There was no seemingly.
no. I was gonna say seemingly he didn't look right. He just didn't look like Errol Spence, right? And I mean, I'm gonna let you say how you feel about if even Oscar even posing this, like, for real.
You know what? I mean, I don't blame Oscar. You know, he needs some traction for Golden Boy. That would be a great matchup if it would have happened probably before Bud
Yeah.
Crawford situation. He hasn't fought in a while. He's been very inactive.
Yeah.
We just saw 2 great performances with Vergil. I don't think this would be a good idea. And it is rumors. He's putting it out there in the universe. I don't think there's actual talks. But if there is and I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
I say this, and I got a lot of respect for Errol Spence. I know he's going through a lot of things with personal life, his friends facing some crazy stuff or whatnot. I just feel like Errol is dealing with people acting like he's not one of the greatest fighters of all time. And people, when they speak on Errol, all they see is that Bud Crawford fight. But before that, it was a 50-50 fight.
Yeah.
People didn't know what to pick. And the fact that he lost the way he lost, I feel like it's definitely playing in his head. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where Christine went. Oh, there she is. You hear me? You good? Your volume went off. Hold on, Christine. Oh, my God. Christine got a call during the show. That's what happened, Christine. You hear me? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll get Christine back on. She should be good. You should be good. You good right now? You hear me? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, Christine. But in regards to Errol Spence, I can't hear you, but I'm gonna fix that real quick. I'm gonna fix it. Hopefully this fixes it right here, Christine. Give me 1 second. Oh, please. You hear yourself or no? You hear me? Nobody can hear you for some reason. Oh my God, Christine. Let me fix this. Let me see this. Sorry about that, guys. Christine decided to get a phone call while she was live, and I don't have it. Talk, Christine. No, I don't hear you again. But you know what? Go out and come back in. I'll talk. But in regards to Errol, I feel like it's a tough situation because you're facing your pride. But I just don't believe he can beat a Vergil Ortiz or even be competitive at this point. 3 years coming back, and now you guys are good, and coming back for that fight is absolutely insane with somebody that looks incredible. You know what I mean? If this was 4 years ago, something like that, I would not be upset at that fight. But I do not want to see, you know, I don't want to see Errol Spence get beat worse than he got beat when he got beat against Bud, and he looked bad against Bud, to the point where people were you know, they were scared for him. They were really, really, really scared for Errol, and the questions started coming up about, you know, his health and those things. And Christine, you hear us? Sure. And you know, it was a really, really, really sad situation. So, to me, I definitely don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Hopefully, my man, you know, the fight doesn't happen. I just feel like certain things should happen. If he wants to leave with a victory, let him leave with a victory. But I don't think it should be at the expense of his health. Christine, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh my God, Christine, who called you? Text that person.
D-Style, I'm going to check him.
Check him, please. But no, I was saying, just to reiterate what I was saying, you know, if he wants to go out with a victory, let him go out with a victory. He's not going to get it against Vergil Ortiz. And if he did, it'd be the greatest comeback in the history of boxing, outside of what George Foreman did.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't even want to see him back in the ring. I have so much love and compassion for him.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't want to see his career totally end in that manner. I want it to be on his own terms.
No, it was tough for me to see what happened with him and Bud, because you know he really wanted that fight to be a great fight between two great fighters, and it was just a dominating performance by Bud, and he just didn't look right. And again, listen, if they both were at 100%, let's just say, right, I still think Bud would win. Bud is just a better fighter, in my opinion, now. But you know.
But who's to say? I'm not agreeing with you that he wasn't 100%.
He didn't look 100%. I'm just saying he looked bad. He looked really bad. Listen, I'm not trying to take away from your boy Terrence Crawford. I like T, but I like you.
I love Errol Spence too. He's my boy too.
But I'm just saying what people are saying to him. Remember, he wanted to fight at 154. He said, you know, he couldn't, you know, the rematch he couldn't really do 150. There was a lot of excuses. So I'm just saying what the public is saying, right? But you know, I don't want. I think Vergil will beat him worse at this point. 3 years off at 154, Vergil looks unstoppable. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to see him taken out on a stretcher. And listen.
I don't either. I want him to go out on his own terms. Yeah.
Not only that, I read a post yesterday, and I didn't upload it today, and it said an average of 13 boxers die every year in boxing.
Yes.
I mean,
yes. God bless your soul.
I feel like people overlook that. 13 boxers a year. You can't name me one other professional sport where that happens at.
You know what? And to your point, that is why personally, I don't personally attack a boxer or criticize them personally. If they have a bad performance, I will critique it.
Yeah.
But anybody that walks into the ring is risking their life for us.
Yeah. Absolutely, for our entertainment. I mean, we're calling them cowards. A lot of people, oh, he's a bum. I learned you can't do that. These guys are literally risking their life, and you know these guys are in the best shape of their life. And then once you get to a level where Errol's gone, he's not fighting less skilled guys. 154 is a stacked division, and when I say Vergil, I believe is the best in that division, right? That's in a loaded division. This is not a division where we only have a Brian Norman and a Boots, right?
Right. It's definitely loaded.
It's loaded. And listen, to me, if I were him, and I still think he is going to make a return, I just hope it's a return, you know, and that's why I think the selling point is in Texas, right? Then he fought Mikey Garcia in Texas. It's a big fight, right? He's from Texas. Vergil Ortiz is Mexican. It'll be a huge fight. I get it from that perspective. I just feel like it would literally be a slaughter inside of Texas Stadium. And God forbid, you know, Errol, you know, he has a beautiful family, he has kids. I don't believe that this man can do it. And we've seen him make comments on Twitter, and I wish I could pull him up, where he's like, you know, he spoke about alcohol and drinking, and he should have gave it up a long time ago. Alcohol does nothing but destroy your body. And if you do go out and you drink, and we've heard the rumors of Errol liking the party life and those things. Some people have questioned his desire because of that. And he knew he was talented, but did he take like how Terrence Crawford or maybe a Canelo or these guys take care of it? But did he do that? And I just feel like against a Vergil Ortiz, it's not worth it.
No, it's not. And I don't even know Vergil to like drink or smoke and party like that either.
No, Vergil has not even reached the popularity Errol has reached. I mean, he's just that good, and now we're going to start seeing it at 154. But I just feel like with Spence, if I was him, I would just retire, and just enjoy your family, man. You've made a shitload of money,
Yeah. And he's smart. I mean, he's invested in some things. I'm sure he's done more than we even know about.
Yeah, no, he's not Adrian Broner, but I'm just
No.
and again, he's a very likable guy.
Yes, very.
He's very talented. I just don't want this. I hope Oscar does not pull it off. I would kind of be offended if Oscar made that fight happen. To be honest,
I mean, I'm kind of questioning why Oscar's doing this now. Is it with all the TKO, Uncle Turkey debacle? Trying to put some eyes on him and what he's talking about and get some fights together, which, I mean, that's what he does, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's a move.
I definitely think it's a move. I think with the pressures of them having all the big fights, like what fights are there for them to be made by Oscar? Like that Turkey doesn't have his hands in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, Errol might be one of the biggest fighters. He's not going to work with Gervonta. So again, we go back to what Turkey has done, or even what Netflix is doing, or Jake Paul. They have the biggest woman fight. These guys have the biggest male fight with Canelo and Bud. Devin Haney.
Well, and we also have the question of PBC. I mean, PBC gonna want to work with Golden Boy?
Yeah, that's a fact. But and they might want to because it's desperation time. They may need each other more than they've ever needed each other before. At this point,
from what I've heard from people that are signed with Al Heyman, and people that work for Al Heyman, he is very compassionate. When boxers have been in the hospital or have lost loved ones, he has helped them through. He has given them money. That's one of the main reasons that he only has his boxers fight like once a year, maybe twice, because he does worry about their health. So I don't see him throwing Errol Spence to the wolves.
No, and that's a good thing to have, because at the end of the day, we just lost a fighter a couple months ago. I forgot his name, out of New York City, where he fought 14 times. How does that even happen? Like, how?
Yeah.
How do you allow a man to fight 14 times and ends up dying? Or I don't know exactly how he died, to be honest, but still, boxing needs that regulation. They need commission, and I feel like Oscar should be focusing on that.
And they have a commission, and then you have to question the commission that allowed it.
Yeah.
And if they have the management, the coaches, the family, it's just irresponsibility.
So hold on, Base the kid, just the hardcore casual said,
Base, my guy.
He coming at you. He said your favorite fighter is gonna lose their next fight, Christine. Who's your favorite fighter, Christine? Hold on, who's your favorite fighter?
I mean, let's guess. One of my favorites.
Who is he referring to?
He's talking about Bud and Canelo.
Hold on, is he talking about this man that had these words to say? Hold on.
You beat Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say if. I'm gonna say when. When I beat Canelo Alvarez, I think I'm gonna be, top 3, pound for pound, best fighters ever. I think Canelo is up there with the all-time greats too. I already look at myself as an all-time great, but to move up essentially 3 weight classes, and dethrone soon to be undisputed 168 champion without even stepping foot in that weight class or the weight class below is like some Henry Armstrong stuff. It's gonna be amazing. Like they always say, you never see a great small guy beat a great big guy.
Christina, I think that's what he was talking about. That's what he was referring to. I mean,
Hey, get your euros ready.
he said your euros. Oh, he got that euro money. Okay, okay. The one thing I agree with Bud is that Canelo's one of the greatest fighters of all time. That I definitely agree with. It's hard because I like Bud. I do like Bud, right? And I feel like people are putting more of an emphasis on the weight than anything. And people are kind of downplaying Canelo's skill set, which to me, I think is a little ridiculous. Like, I'm like,
It is ridiculous. He's very skillful.
exactly. And that's what I keep saying. I'm like, bro, he's a great counterpuncher. He can cut
Yeah.
off the ring. Those are going to cause a lot of, the cutting of the ring off is going to cause a lot of problems against Bud because I
He
don't
can
see
take
Bud
a
moving him
punch.
back. Yeah.
There's so many things.
Yeah. And I think Bud, he's going to make Bud fight. I don't think Bud has, and again, people always compare it to the Mayweather thing. He's not similar to Mayweather. He's just great like Mayweather. There's a difference. He's one of the greatest fighters ever, but the things that he does well aren't the same things that Floyd did well that gave a younger Canelo problems. So, again,
Right.
Canelo kind of has more problems, I guess, with slick boxers or whatnot, but he has fought guys like Caleb Plant, who's a slick boxer. He's gotten better. My
Yeah,
thing
well,
is
the difference between Caleb Plant and Mayweather is that Crawford is not afraid to get in the pocket
Yeah.
for a minute, to stay in the pocket for a moment.
And that's what scares me because getting tagged by Canelo and getting tagged by Imaginor for these guys, Canelo got that power. And people don't realize he's fighting 2 weight classes up. So it is a big difference. And we have seen Bud get a little shaky with his legs before. You know what I mean? And getting hit by a Canelo, he's never been hit by that. So I think that's my biggest concern. But if it becomes a dog fight, I don't know how Bud wins that fight. It has to be a boxing match. And I think Bud knows that as well. You know what I mean?
He's very smart.
Oh, absolutely.
Very smart.
Somebody told me that he's been preparing for this fight for like 3 years. He's not even taking a warm-up match. He's going straight to the Canelo fight. He wants his body 100%. His last fight was Maginov, right? Do you think it's wise, though, to wait all that time to get in the ring with Canelo?
This is the thing. Everybody knows their own body.
Yeah.
I don't think that there is a boxer alive that they can say that they got in the ring 110% without any injuries or whatever. He wants to make sure that he is that guy, that he has no injuries, no pulled muscles, no tears, nothing. So he knows his body. Yeah, I think that's the right move.
I think, you know what's funny? I think it's the opposite with Canelo. I think Canelo wants to be more active. I think because of his age, I don't think he wants to take time off. I think it kind of keeps him more in the game, in a sense.
Is that the motivation, or is it the money that's being thrown at him?
I mean,
Just
both,
saying.
but think about it. He's fought. I mean, he gets the money. He's fought 4 times in a year. I think more so Canelo doesn't want to get stale. I think, and this is just me. I think when you're at
I
home,
agree with that.
when you're at home and you got a lot of time off, Canelo might not be motivated, but I want to chill with my kids. If he stays in the fight mode, he'll stay in shape. He'll stay. He won't be with the tequila and the eating all the Canelo's one. So I think it kind of keeps him going.
Sure,
Bud is
I can
very
see that.
disciplined. Bud is very, very disciplined. He's probably
He is.
at fight weight without even training. So I think maybe Canelo, and again, it could be the money motivating him, yes. But I do believe he stays active to stay in kind of more of a rhythm. And, when Canelo's taking
Yeah,
time
I
off,
can
he's
see
come
that.
back and had more problems. So I think that's what Canelo's doing. And again, he's also stacking checks. He understands that. But
Yeah, and everybody, like I said, everybody knows their mental and their body. That's what Canelo needs to do. I've been around Bud in laid back settings where people are drinking, having a good time, partying, and he absolutely can avoid it.
No, absolutely. And listen, it's the facts, and that's why Bud is where he is, and most people aren't, and that's why Bud got the fight, and most people still chasing a Canelo fight. Now, again, I think it's gonna be a crazy weekend. It's Mexican Independence Day, right? The real one, not Cinco de Mayo, right? From September.
The real one.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Allegiant Stadium. the weekend the NFL launches. It's going to be if you're a sports fan, it's going to be crazy. I think they're going to have the fight times already leaked out because they just leaked out the Skull time. You know, it's going to be on Eastern time. So when Canelo walks out to fight Skull, it's at 11 p.m. As they're saying. They're not doing it the Saudi hours, which is an adjustment from Turkey. So that's pretty good. But he's actually saying that that's not who he was talking about. Who's the other favorite fighter?
He's talking about Michaela Mayer, I bet.
Because he said
I can't see you on my feed or my chat, Base.
You can't see it? Why not?
Well, I can just see your chat. I can't see from my page. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I know.
You're going to make me go crazy
Gotta
trying to figure that one out too, Christine? Christine, I'm going crazy.
We don't figure it out.
I don't know. That's what it said.
Or Base, but, you know, my other favorite girl, Tierra Brown, just beat possibly one of your favorite girls.
Sky Nelson. I thought we were going to save the girls for Friday, but since you want to talk about it, Tierra Brown.
We're going to save the girls. We're going to save the girls.
No, Christine, you have been trolling Sky Nelson. I've seen you troll her. I did not picture you to be a troll.
I'm not trolling her because I really like her.
Okay.
I've been around her. She's a nice person.
Sky,
She's trained with Team USA when I was on the team. I like her. But the way that she overlooked Tierra and made her feel like shit, possibly, and that she wasn't shit, after she's accomplished so many things.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. The disrespect was disrespectful.
I mean, it is boxing. It's very hard to be like, man, I got a lot of respect. It's hard to be Jaime Munguia.
No, I've seen the guys that respect. They give respect, and women that respect other boxers.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, my girl Shay Metcalf, Chicken, she talks on a regular basis to some of the champs in her weight class, and there's mutual respect.
Absolutely.
You know, you can respect someone and still beat their ass.
So you think Sky didn't have no respect for Tierra?
Absolutely she didn't. She stated it many times. She's like, I don't even know who you are. You don't compare to me. Who have you fought? What have you done? Who are you? You're a troll, an internet troll. There were many things that she said.
You get really raised. Your eyebrows get high. Wow, and you are annoyed. That's crazy.
I've known Tierra for many, many, many years. I love her. She's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there a rematch coming or no?
I mean, that's what Sky is saying, that she wants a rematch, and I hope she had a rematch clause. Because honestly, if I was Tierra, I'd be like, get in line, sister.
You don't think she had an automatic rematch? Damn, for real? You make her get in line? I mean, that was her biggest fight.
Oh, yeah. She made Tierra wait a long-ass time. Now, Tierra holds the cards for that belt.
I like when you give me sound bites, Christine, because when you want to dig in really good, you're good. Like, you're usually so nice, and then when something really gets to you, it is what it is. Somebody said, I'm from the hood, nice. Tierra Brown. I cannot wait to Friday's show, man. I'm not gonna lie because
I know.
I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of women are gonna be upset at you for being left off of this list.
Okay. It's okay.
Guys,
it won't be the first or last time.
I have the top 10 in no order women's pound for pound list from In the Ring with Christine. I'm not gonna lie. There are maybe one or two names that were left off.
He's feeling some kind of way.
I'm telling you, people are gonna be upset at you.
I'm gonna catch it all.
Oh my God, Christine,
and I'm gonna throw it back.
You're crazy, but you know, women's boxing is definitely on the upswing. I think honestly, right now, I think this may be the most popular women's boxing has become. Why do you think? It is? Is it Amanda Serrano? Is it the GWOAT? Is it Alicia? Very pretty.
I'm not gonna say that it's one particular fighter. Okay. It's not just Amanda Serrano. It is not just Clarissa Shields. It is that women have rallied together to stand behind each other.
Okay.
You know, how can I say this nicely? Usually women hate other women, and they still do. Some do,
Yeah.
and they don't support each other, which is a shame. But it seems like a lot of the women today are coming together to support each other, and I think that's made a difference. And they are demanding to put women on the big stage against the best. They're demanding that they headline or, at least on TV. So I don't know. I think that's what it is, that we're finally coming together and supporting each other, whether we like each other or not.
And you're not going to shout out my boy Jake Paul for what he's done for Amanda?
Thank you, Jake Paul, for what you did with Amanda. Thank you. And he just signed some new girls. So we'll talk about that Friday. So yes, I do thank Jake Paul for that. I do.
Jake Paul needs a statue in the Boxing Hall of Fame for women. I'm going to tell you, by the time he's done with his career, people are going to laugh at me and say, oh, Jake Paul's not a real fighter. But you know what? What he's done for Amanda Serrano and the lights that he's put on women boxing, you cannot, in my opinion, I could be completely wrong, you cannot deny that. Amanda Serrano...
No, you know what?
Yeah.
No, Amanda Serrano, she's amazing. Jake Paul is smart. He has a team behind him. They found a niche in boxing
Yep.
that had not really been tapped, and people were not taking risks or putting their money into this women's boxing. And he said, you know what? It hasn't been tapped yet like it needs to be. I'm tapping that. And he did.
He's going to make the International Boxing Hall of Fame. I'm going to tell you that right now. People are not going to like it. People are going to hate on it. But
I don't know. They may love it.
no, I think there's a lot. No, the fact that he's getting to get into the Hall of Fame, I believe he will. I think people are going to hate that because they're going to, the main thing they say is he's not this, he's not that. But he's innovative.
He's
and
changing the
done a lot.
game for women.
Yeah, he has. But on that note, guys, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We have to get out of here, but we do apologize for Monday. I'm glad you guys did not one complaint about the audio.
Yes, thank you.
Even though Christine did hop
I know
off, just you got to talk to that
I
person.
know. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to send a mean text message in a minute.
You know what's the trick to doing it? You got to put it on airplane mode when you're doing it.
Airplane. I put it on Do Not Disturb.
Airplane
Next
mode.
time, airplane mode.
We're a team. We're like Batman and Robin.
are a
You can
team.
be Batman. I'll be
Thank
Robin.
you.
I'll be Robin.
Okay.
But yeah, tomorrow, right? We'll be on with Steven Nelson. Make sure you tap in
Yes.
with him. Hold on, somebody said Hall of Fame
Absolutely.
induction for Jake Paul would be interesting. I listen. I'm gonna say he is a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
He's just begun, and he's going to make a lot of strides. Can I just say the chat is amazing.
Yes.
You are amazing. And please, 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 everybody, tune in tonight to Women Crushing It Wednesdays, 8 Central, 9 Eastern on my YouTube channel, and also Knockout with Nika's YouTube channel. We are going to have the champ, Tierra Brown, and the new.
Oh, tonight, right?
Tonight, and the new.
Oh man, damn! I want to tune in. When I want to be on there. That's
Put your headphones on. Put your headphones on at work.
that's what I'm gonna have to do. Somebody said I'm Alfred. I can't even be Robin. They call me Alfred. That's crazy. Jeez. But anyways, on that note, Christina, I'll let you go. You gave me some good sound bites today. I'm gonna put them up real quick. Everybody, make sure you
thanks,
follow
guys.
her at Christine. Wait, In the Ring with.
In the Ring with Christine on every platform.
Well, Twitter, you're C1. In the
Yeah,
Ring
but
with
if you put an In the Ring with Christine, I still pop up.
Well, all right. So tomorrow,
Yeah.
4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. All right, we're gonna give you our next
Something like
show,
that.
and I'm gonna get Steven Nelson to talk greasy. That's gonna be my job tomorrow.
Oh, that's gonna be easy.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it up tomorrow. Edgar Berlanga, be aware, be very aware of this interview.
Tune in, Edgar. Tune in.
Tune in. He's gonna be on your ass. That's all I'm gonna say. But Christina, I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Thank
We
you.
out of here. I gotta get to
Bye.
working. Bye.
Okay, have a good day.
Thanks for everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys tune in next week on the show. Actually, tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, and also Friday morning, we'll be doing a women's edition of the show. And I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. There's a lot of people in here today, over 200 and something in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Even though we didn't get no super chats, but we're going to talk about that later. But again, guys, shout out to y'all. It's your boy Norbs, and we are out of here. We will see you tomorrow. Wait, what the hell just happened? I'm supposed to be playing the outro, and it's not.